Yo, 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 what up? It's Mr. Zoo Nation, aka Evil Armor General Greffa, coming at you with a top 5. Today we're going to be talking about top 5 decks you would really hate to go against in tournaments. So, basically, these are decks that, in my personal experience, and I know I'm not literally the only one who thinks this, there are just some decks out there that you just do not feel like going against in tournaments, because let's face it, you go to a tournament, your expectations is to win. Of course, you're going to have to go through the obstacles, but these are basically 5 decks that you really don't want to go against in tournaments, but 90% of the time, because a lot of the player base does play them, you're pretty much going to have to. So, without further ado, I'm Evil Armor General Greffa, and this is the top 5 decks you don't want to go against during tournaments. Gear Chronicle makes my list because of everything that happened before G Guards. Chrono Jet Dragon was on top of his game, and it's a new deck on the block, and to be honest, we've seen it develop from like one ideal to like a whole completely new one within like a few sets. Like literally within probably 4 or 5 sets. Yeah, about 4 or 5. Because let me see, Time Leap didn't come out until like the second trial deck, which kind of sort of came out before 4. But anyway, BTO4 came out, Soul Striking Supreme, and they came out with Chrono Nexate Dragon, their finisher, but it's pretty much one of the most devastating finishers that the game ever had, because it gives you a triple dry check, then it goes for a twin drive. With the twin drive, you can't block gray zeros you can't block with gray zeros. So even if you so happen to block next stage, you still had to deal with regular Chrono Jet. Not to mention that the triggers do stack. So all of that is like a recipe for disaster in one sense. I will pretty much say the only reason why it's very low on my list, and to be honest, I don't really see Gear Chronicles as much as a threat anymore, is because now we have G Guardians. It's a lot easier to block their shit, and also it comes down to the deck can't really run anything without Chrono Jet. So it literally was the only strategy that like Gear Chronicle players could literally make, because I don't play Chrono Jet in my deck, and to be honest, I had a lot more success playing with Chrono Jet than I did with my current set, which I'm trying out Chrono Fang Tiger. I'm hoping that this Gears of Fate thing actually gives Chrono Fang Tiger a reason to actually play, instead of just being that second-rate grade 3, because let's face it, outside of Chrono Jet, there isn't really any good grade 3s in Gear Chronicles. Kagero has literally been a pain in my ass ever since I started this game. The thing that pisses me off the most about this clan is how easy it is and how controlling this clan is. It has a very decent field control, so decent that the retireability is too damn good. Like, it feels like if you fill up your field and you go against Kagero and you pass your turn, I highly doubt by your next turn that most of those units will even be on the field, because the retire mechanic in the clan is just so damn good. But at the same time, it's one of those things where the clan is too easy to use, and I really wouldn't go as far as saying that the clan has no skill, but I mean, if somebody wins with a Kagero deck, it's kind of meh. It's not really an exciting win like if you were to win with something like Murakumo or Mega Colony or whatnot. I mean, to be honest, I'm not saying those clans are shit, but at the same time, it's just like, you have to put so much effort into getting it to your win. And then you have Kagero that can put little to no effort and pretty much gain a win in their sleep. It's really retarded to go against. I mean, and then of course you have all the Dragonic Overlords to worry about. You got Dragonic Blade Master. Dragonic Blade Master makes retiring so much easier. Oh, I get to retire a unit just because I scrolled on top of them. What kind of fuck shit is that? And it has a guard restriction ability on GB2. That's fucking horrible. The second thing is it can retire shit on your turn. That's even more ridiculous than it originally was. It has a grade 1 and it has, I think it has 2, or is it just one of the G guards that can do it? But anyway, they have a G Guardian that can retire shit on your turn. They have a grade 1 that can retire your shit on your turn. So basically, no matter what, you're just gonna get retired. And even I mean, to be honest, Vanguard is a game to where if you're on the defensive, you can't really do anything besides defend. But Kagero made it so that they have an offensive terms during their defensive terms. So it gets very annoying to go against, and it gets up to a point to where you know definitely that your field isn't going to last that long, and basically they lowering your options, because at the end of the day you still have to waste cards just to fill up your field back up again, only to realize that all of that effort will go to waste in probably about a turn. So that's kind of horrible if you think about it. It's almost like getting Darkhold or Raigeki or Languished and whatnot. It's really not worth it sometimes. Dimension Police makes my list because it's literally the safest. They have literally the safest Vanguard attacks in the game, and this is because they actually have the ability to break your guard. Now, this is only at number 3 because I feel like number 2 and number 1 honestly kind of trumps it over a little bit. But this was originally going to be my number 2. But after a long debating, I decided it was going to be my number 3 because why not? I mean, literally, most of it, even its weakest part, even the weakest part of Dimension Police is the worst. I mean, not even the worst. Even the weakest part of them is fucking stupid to go against. Their weakest part is like Zeal, which ironically I play, but Zeal has the ability to minus the attack of the current attack of your Vanguard. Sometimes if you get lucky, you can minus your Vanguard to 0 and even in the negatives. So they can practically swing for regular attacks, but you still have to ditch out cards like if they were swinging for big attacks. And that's kind of stupid in my honest opinion. But it's not as stupid as the Sin Buster combo. A combo that everybody was using. A combo that everybody will always be using, because it kind of if you think about it, it guarantees wins. And even with the G Guardians, it's like we can still break through your guard. Literally, I've never had to use 2 perfect guards to defend against a clan in my fucking life besides Dimension Police. Matter of fact, so many people use Dimension Police. When I was at my Spring Fest, which was in May of this year in Los Angeles, I went in 5 matches because we lost in round 5. We went in 5 matches. 3 of those matches were Dimension Police players using the Sin Buster combo. I would say the only difference was one of them were using the Promo Legions, which I can't think of the name of it right now, but that's all I know. But anyway, it breaks through your guards. I mean, that's the last thing you want to be broken off of. Is, okay, you have 2 to pass. It's like, okay, I defended enough. There's 2 to pass. How would you feel like if they got a trigger and then the next one was a grade 3, so they break it off so they instantly pass? That's bullshit. And they have built-in crits. I swear, man, like, the Dimension Police, in my honest opinion, is like the safest clan. It's the safest clan to attack with your Vanguard. And them new Cosmic Heroes, oh my god, that quadruple drive is retarded. Shadow Paladins. Now, you kind of wondering, how does Shadow Paladins get over both Dimension Police and Kagero? I'll tell you, everybody fucking uses this clan. Everybody. It has practically, in my honest opinion, Shadow Paladins is as close to a Yu-Gi-Oh deck as you can ever get. It pluses off its own destruction. Everybody and their mama uses it. It's so easy to use, and shit that shouldn't be affordable is affordable. I mean, literally, that Ren Legend deck kind of fucks a lot of things over. I mean, I played this clan, and even though it was the Legend deck, and I kind of fixed it up a little bit so it becomes like slightly competitive, I mean, even after like, I would say, I think I played that deck for like a month and a half, and then I got bored of it. It was like, the wins were too easy, they weren't satisfying, and it felt like an eyesore to go against so many mirror matches. And mirror matches are usually a common thing in Vanguard because there's like, I really want to say there's not that many things to go for, but at least when you mirror match, it's one of those things to where somebody's playing something different, because either their trigger lineup is different or their grade 3 lineup is different. But I mean, just like Gear Chronicle, it's like everybody's literally playing the same shit against. I would say probably the biggest issue I have with this clan is how easily they can get in. And it's like, you will expect that because a clan practically sacrifices their own units, won't get in as much. Oh my god, that is so fucking wrong on so many levels. So much shit you have to worry about. And like I said, the thing that I had a problem with the Legend deck is it was too fucking good. And it was too fucking good for something that you can get for like 26 bucks. And like, it was too good for a pre-constructed deck. Like, usually when you buy a pre-constructed deck, you have to probably like put some work into it. I mean, this one you literally have to spend at least 26 to 30 to, I think the deck went up in price though, like 20 to 40 bucks on the deck, and then probably spend like another 40 bucks getting like extra strides, replacing the PGs and a couple of other things, and that's it. I mean, you have a perfectly functioning competing deck, and it's not right. But anyway, for my honorable mentions, I have a few clans, and these are and all these clans are in this list because of one card. Well, one of them is a Legion, so basically two. So Aqua Force becomes in my honorable mention list, and all I gotta say is Worlds 2015 in Ripples. That's all I gotta say. I don't really have to really explain myself. You should really know the reason why this clan is on that list. Angel Feathers is on this list because of Troy Refros, even though he's at 1 finally, thank God. But Angel Feathers in Soulstrike Against Supreme had a major boost. A super major boost in this particular set. In that particular set. Like, it went from a clan that nobody really gave a shit about to like everybody want to play this clan now because it's so busted and so retarded. And it's like everything that they got in that set they should have had like a long time ago. But it's good that people are now starting to like branch out on certain clans, which is the reason why I put this as an honorable mention and didn't really put this on like the actual list. Even though they're starting to get stupidly more busted than they originally was now though, but it's whatever. And last but not least, I put Spike Brothers. Despite that it's a one-trick pony and it's like an all or nothing effort whenever you attack, The thing that makes this list is the Ogals, is the Ogal Legion, because especially the Ogal mate, because the Ogal mate puts in so much pressure for no reason. It's like, oh, I can get like, it's like one of me is in the Legion and the other 3 of me is in the thing, so I can practically put myself in, attack for like over 24 and whatnot, and keep doing it until I run out of myself. And then I can still get yet another unit out, which is retarded. As long as you have the counter blast to do it, and as long as you have the hand sides to pull it off, it's a really stupid combo, especially considering that you break right over it. Especially, it's fucking retarded. But I mean, honestly, the clan has gotten stupidly good ever since Legion came out. Like, before it was like, okay, I have a shitload of 10Ks, I can survive. The Legion comes out, even if you survive, you probably have little to no hand whatsoever. You have like 0 to 2 cards at most, I would say. I mean, even I went against this clan at its best, even with a hand size stupidity as Great Nature has, and even then, I still ended up with like I think it was like either 3 or 2 cards left, and I still couldn't do shit at the end of the session because I didn't really have nothing to play. But for my number 1 pick, you all should have seen this coming. Joker is honestly my number 1 pick. If I had to choose any clan that can literally break this game, that can literally become the most broken clan in the game, it has to be Link Joker. I can't be super bad at, I can't be super mad, not super bad. I can't be super mad at Link Joker because it does make you think. It does reroute your strategy. It does make sure that you play a lot more slower than usual. I feel like overall it's I feel like overall is the clan that even if it doesn't win, it's there to make sure you don't win. And that's what makes it at number 1. It has a very unique mechanic. If I remember correctly, when this clan first came out, everybody was considering this clan tier 0 because it was everything. There was hardly it became a huge problem instantly. And that's understandable, seeing that it can lock something and you can't really replace it with anything, like unlike Mega Colony, where it's like, oh, Mega Colony stunned my unit, let me just replace it with another. And despite that you're losing hand sides, you still got another unit. Or if you're playing stand triggers, then it becomes a whole different story. But like I said before, the biggest issue with this clan is that it's a huge issue to go against. And to be honest, if you really wanted to figure out how good of a Vanguard player you really are, you will have to go against a Link Joker player and 2-0 him. And not just any Link Joker player. You have to go against somebody who knows the ins and outs to the deck. Because if you go against any old Link Joker player, these are practically people who just picked up the trial deck and tried to be like the very best that no one ever was, per se. But no, I'm talking about people who are playing like Chaos Breaker Dragons and knows the ins and outs of how to play Messiahs and stuff like that, or even playing both if you think about it. These are people who play so good they're practically playing for you. That's like the best way I can describe it, is they play when it's your turn, it's almost like it's their turn all over again. That's practically what Link Jokers does. But I hope you liked and enjoyed this list. Give a like if you liked the video. Subscribe for more content. Not really running out too many top 5 ideas though, but I'm hoping that, you know, I can come up with like more in the future. The main focus really wasn't top 5s though, but it's like a thing I do every once in a while. So, but anyway, this is Mrs. U Nation, aka Evil Armor General Greffa, signing out.